A footballer gets a 2-year ban for being a hero who caught match fixers. Another gets lifetime suspension for kicking an injured owl. One defender loses 8 months for simply forgetting a drug test. This is football's punishment system, where heroes get banned longer than cheaters and innocent mistakes destroy careers. But wait until you hear about the player who bit 3 different opponents, the defender banned for taking his wife's diet pills, and the most ridiculous booking ever, getting carded for making everyone laugh. These punishments will blow your mind. Let's start with one of the most absurd bookings in football history. December 30th, 1995, Rangers vs Hibernian, and referee Dougie Smith accidentally drops his yellow card right in front of Paul Gascoigne. Now, any normal person would just pick it up and hand it back, right? But this is Gazza we're talking about. The cheeky midfielder picks up the card, runs toward the referee, and playfully pretends to book him. The crowd erupts in laughter, even the opposing Hibs players are smiling. It's pure comedy gold, the kind of moment that makes football magical. But here's where it gets ridiculous. Instead of laughing it off, the humorless referee Smith reaches into his pocket, grabs another yellow card, and books Gascoigne for his little joke. The same card that Gazza had just returned to him was now being used against him. The crowd went absolutely mental, booing Smith mercilessly. Even the commentators couldn't believe what they'd witnessed. What should have been a lighthearted moment became one of football's most controversial bookings. Gascoigne later scored a brilliant solo goal, probably the best revenge possible against a referee with zero sense of humor. Now, let's talk about Luis Suarez, a man who somehow turned biting into a career-defining trademark. Most players are known for their goals or assists, but Suarez, he's remembered for using his teeth as weapons on 3 separate occasions across different leagues. It started in 2010 during his Ajax days when he bit PSV's Otman Bakel on the shoulder during a heated moment. 7-game ban, and you'd think he learned his lesson. Spoiler alert, he didn't. Fast forward to 2013, now playing for Liverpool against Chelsea. Branislav Ivanovic gets close to him in the box, and chomp, Suarez sinks his teeth into the defender's arm. This time, 10 games on the sideline. But the piece de resistance came at the 2014 World Cup. Uruguay versus Italy, and Giorgio Chiellini becomes victim number 3. This bite was so blatant that Suarez went down holding his own teeth afterward, as if Chiellini's shoulder had somehow injured him. FIFA wasn't having it. 4 months banned from all football activities, meaning he couldn't even train with his team. That's the kind of punishment that makes you rethink your career choices. Here's a story that'll make you question humanity itself. February 2011 Colombian League match between Deportivo Pereira and Atletico Junior. During the game, an owl, which happened to be Junior's beloved mascot, gets struck by the ball and lands injured near the corner flag. The referee stops play, players gather around the poor bird, and everyone's showing concern for the injured creature. Everyone except Luis Moreno, that is. The Panamanian defender approaches the helpless owl and, in a moment of complete madness, kicks it like he's taking a penalty. The stadium erupted in horror. Fans immediately started chanting "murderer" while players from both teams confronted Moreno in disbelief. The owl was rushed to a veterinary clinic but sadly died days later from stress-related complications. The punishment? A 2-game ban, a $560 fine, and perhaps most fittingly, community service at a zoo. Moreno initially claimed he was trying to help the owl fly away, but later admitted the kick was due to tension on the field. The incident sparked international outrage and death threats against Moreno. It remains one of the most senseless acts ever witnessed on a football pitch. Sometimes the most innocent mistakes lead to the harshest punishments. Take Kolo Touré in 2011, playing for Manchester City at the peak of his career. The Ivorian defender failed a routine drug test, and the results showed banned substances in his system. Sounds serious, right? Well, here's the twist. Touré had accidentally taken some of his wife's diet pills. Yes, you heard that correctly. The man was trying to help his wife with her weight loss journey and ended up sabotaging his own career in the process. Despite the innocent nature of the mistake, football authorities showed no mercy. 6 months banned from all football activities. Half a season gone because he mixed up his medication with his wife's slimming tablets. Fast forward to 2021 and Ajax goalkeeper Andre Onana faced an eerily similar situation. During a routine check, he tested positive for a banned substance. The culprit? Medicine that was originally prescribed for his wife, which Onana had taken by mistake when feeling unwell. UEFA handed him a brutal 12-month suspension, effectively ending his season and ruining his potential big-money transfer. Both cases highlight how strict liability and anti-doping rules can destroy careers over genuine accidents. Rio Ferdinand learned the hard way that sometimes what you don't do can be just as damaging as what you do. In September 2003, the Manchester United defender was randomly selected for a routine drug test at the club's training ground. Simple procedure, happens all the time in professional football. But Ferdinand had a problem. He forgot. He simply walked out of the training ground and went home, completely forgetting about the mandatory test. When officials realized he'd left, they tried calling him back, but it was too late. The FA wasn't interested in excuses. Missing a drug test, whether intentional or not, is treated the same as failing one. Ferdinand received an 8-month ban that cost him the 2004 European Championships with England and nearly £1 million in wages. More recently, we've seen gambling scandals destroy promising careers. Sandro Tonali, Newcastle's £55 million signing, received a 10-month ban for betting violations. Ivan Toney got 8 months for 232 separate betting breaches. These cases show how modern football's strict regulations can catch players off guard. One moment of forgetfulness or poor judgment can cost years of career progress and millions in lost earnings. Some football punishments go beyond temporary suspensions. FIFA has handed out 63 lifetime bans to players worldwide, and some of these stories will make your head spin. The most heartbreaking case involves Samir Arab, a Maltese defender who became a real-life hero. When approached by match fixers before a UEFA Under-21 Championship qualifier, Arab refused their offer and later cooperated with police to bring these criminals to justice. He even testified in court to help convict them. His reward? A 2-year ban from football because he didn't immediately report the approach to football authorities. The man who helped clean up the sport got punished more severely than many players who actually fix matches. Then there are the truly bizarre lifetime bans. Players have been permanently expelled for deliberately scoring own goals, attacking referees, and systematic match-fixing operations that involved over 20 people in some cases. The Brazilian football scandal saw numerous players banned for life in what became one of the largest corruption investigations in football history. Some players' careers ended not for what they did on the pitch, but for what they did in hotel rooms and parking lots, discussing illegal betting arrangements. These extreme cases remind us that football's disciplinary system sometimes lacks nuance. So there you have it, some of the most ridiculous bans in football history. From Gascoigne's harmless joke to Suarez's serial biting, these punishments prove that football's disciplinary system can be absolutely wild. Which ban shocked you the most? Was it the owl incident, or maybe Rio's forgotten drug test? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let me know which punishment you think was the most unfair. If you enjoyed diving into football's bizarre side, smash that like button and subscribe for more incredible stories from the beautiful game. Trust me, there's plenty more madness where this came from.